Welcome, 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 and welcome. Ascending beyond limitations. A deep dive into you. I know you want to look upon the stars and say, oh, I want to know everything from that aspect. That's where the divine wants me to find everything. I want to find the brightest star, and I want to look upon it, and I want it to give me a download. But you are the star. You were created with all the gusto. That's the right word, gusto. All the joy of the universe. Oh, magnificent. You have all that stardust in you. And you just have to deep dive into it and ask it your embodying question. And that's it can be so very scary. It can be. It's a question that's asked with an unknown answer until you listen to the answer from inward. So now you're not understanding, you're understanding. Let's attune ourselves to the creative impulses that dwell inside us and that seek to express in, through, and as us. Let's live to express our essential creativeness by performing every act mindfully, spiritually, wholly, and embody. Let's allow our mind to understand that we are body, mind, and soul, experiencing or expressing however you choose. Let's take a deep dive into us. Hi, Marcus. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Why, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Very glad to be here. Thank you. And thank you for that wonderful introduction, Sandee. I really appreciate the way that you open these spaces and help us attune to the soul within and open ourselves up to the knowledge and the wisdom of Ra from the 6-dimensional form to give us a higher perspective of our 3rd-dimensional human perspective. And as above, so below. Wow, as above, so below. What a beautiful, beautiful stream of energy we have in this week to 2-week period. We have 11/11 taking place. Then we have the beautiful, beautiful transition of the planet Pluto entering Aquarius. And for those of us that are astrology junkies or into astrology and anything else of universal signs, a little bit about Pluto is the planet of death, transformation, and rebirth. Also connected with Scorpio and some other signs as well. So with that being said, it's coming into Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign. Aquarius is about logic, very quick and quantum level thinking, as well as creativity and inspiration. And that also, it is information and open source information is what Aquarius is. And with this being said, we're going to have Pluto moving into Aquarius on the 19th of this month. And this will be staying there until around 2044. With that being said, this is going to be the first time in 250 years since the Industrial Revolution that Pluto will be in Aquarius for this time period. So this means revolutionary energy is bound on our planet in one form or another, in parallel and multidimensional ways. We are transforming beautifully as a collective here together. And we came here for these times. We came here to be together, to be able to experience and perceive through our own souls, our own individual experience of this shift and journey, while also sharing it collectively. So as above, so below. I know we may be feeling some things inside of us. I know we may be feeling some things changing around us. And I know we may be seeing some things changing in bigger landscapes that we see in the world as well. I welcome you to embrace the change with an open heart, with trust and faith in your wholeness and your connection and guidance with the source. And just know that in these periods, it will always ultimately be up to you as the sovereign I am soul, and what your intentions, focuses, and actions deploy into this holographic matrix of reality that we exist in. So may we remember, and if we may, reclaim back and call in any cords of energy to our being and to our space that we may be having attachments with, to illusions or energies outside of our field that could be draining or imbalancing our field. May we embrace unconditional love and wholeness through all figures, all levels, all classes, all money, all looks, all genders. Embracing the unification of the I am. Ashe. And back to you.
Ashe. Let the sun shine. Talk about Aquarius, right? Let the sun shine in. The sun shining. Right? You are the light. You're the sun. Even the moon gives light. When you were born, you brought the realm, or as some may say, the kingdom of heaven on earth. You were the kingdom. Your birth hailed it. It heralded it. You were the light. We all were the light. We just came in these casings, in this form. Let the sun shine in. You're the shine. You're the shift.
Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Let it shine. And it's not, I know the song, you used to, the song, this little light of mine. No, this grand light of mine, this glorious light of mine. Let it shine. Let it express. Let it live. There's so many ways to say, let it be so. So many ways. Are you ready to deep dive? I'm ready. And here we go. This is session 46. It was shared April 15th, 1981. Ra says, I am Ra. I greet you in love and in light of the one infinite creator. We communicate now. The questioner begins. If an entity polarizes towards the service to self path, Would anger have the same physical effect that it would have on the entity polarizing on the service to others path? Would it also cause cancer, or is it just a catalytic effect working in the positively polarity entity? So the polarizing entity, is it just for that entity? Is it because of just that one entity? Will it have the same effect to someone, to a higher being that's choosing to go service to self at the cost of all others? They don't think about anybody else. They're all about control. Me, 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 the little me, or service to self, knowing that in service to other selves, your service to yourself because you're part of the wholeness. Ra says, I am Ra. The catalytic, I'm sorry, I'm excited. Whew. Let me slow my roll.
Slow down over there.
The catalytic mechanisms are dependent not upon the chosen polarity of a mind-body-spirit complex. That's us. Remember? Ra is a social complex. The whole beingness of everything that is the planet Venus and all entities merged into one social complex. We're still mind, body, soul complexes. Just to remind you, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So Ross says, but upon the use, it's based on the use and or purpose to which the catalyst is put. So the catalyst can start something, but it's about how we, the individual mind-body complex, chooses to use it. Ra goes on to say, thus the entity which uses the experience of anger to polarize consciously, positively or negatively, does not experience the bodily catalyst, but rather uses the catalyst in mental configuration. So if you're having a trigger, it's not necessarily the person that's presenting the trigger by what they're saying or what they're doing. It's how we perceive the trigger to us. If it rocks our world, it's in us that's being rocked. The trigger that somebody's saying is just the catalyst. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Because there's an infinite possibility of you learning it many, many different ways. You're going to learn it one way, and somebody else is going to learn it another way, and it's going to work for you individually. But there is service to self, which only includes yourself and what you need to get at all cost. You don't care about who you hurt or who's in your way or who you need to control. It's all about service to self. And guess what? The divine says that's an infinite possibility. Why? Because it's part of 3D. It's part of choice. Our higher beings get to choose that. They came with free will too. Our body mind isn't the only entity that gets to have free will. Body, mind, and soul, or higher being or spirit, gets to have free will choices too. Our higher being gets to choose from the multiple array of positive polarity or negative polarity. Okay, so then the questioner asks, I am not sure that I understand that. Let's take some examples. An entity polarizing towards the negative path becomes angry. Let's take the condition where he develops cancer. What is the principle that is at work for him? I am Ra. We see the thrust of your query and will respond at variance with the specific query if that meets your approval. Questioner, certainly. Ra says, the entity polarizing positively receives the anger. The entity, if using the catalyst mentally, blesses and loves this anger in itself, and then intensifies this anger consciously in mind alone until the folly of this red ray energy is perceived not as folly in itself, but as energy subject to spiritual entropy, right? Taking it in and discerning it, because it's due to the randomness of energy being used. Positive orientation then provides the will and faith to continue this mentally intense experience, or letting the anger be understood, accepted, and integrated with the mind, body, spirit complex. The other self, which is the object of anger, is thus formed into the object of acceptance, understanding, accommodation, all being reintegrated using the great energy which anger began. So Ra here is talking about alchemizing. You got to feel the feeling. I know it's an easy thought to spiritually bypass the human application application and expression of being human, but there's a teach, learn, and a learn, teach in this the catalyst. The catalyst could be just simply having the common cold, waking up with your head stuffy, your nose stuffy, you feeling all achy. And you can do either one or two. You can either complain, have a negative reaction to it and stay in that, or you can say, what is this teaching me this morning? Not everybody's going to be right there in that, but it's a possibility. The other self, which is the object of anger, is thus formed into an object of acceptance, understanding, and accommodation, all being reintegrated using the great energy which anger began. The negative-oriented mind-body-spirit complex will use the energy in similar conscious fashion, refusing to accept the undirected or random energy of anger, and instead, through will and faith, funneling this energy into a practical means of venting the negative aspect of this emotion so as to obtain control over other self, or otherwise control the situation through anger. Control is the key. Remember, this is Ra speaking. Control is the key to negatively polarized use of catalysts. Accepting or acceptance is the key to positively polarized use of the catalyst. Between these polarities lies the potential for this random, an undirected energy creating a bodily complex analog of what you call the cancerous growth of tissue. You can have that moment of saying, why me? It's okay. But how long are you going to be in it? Because if you're in it from a negative point of view, then basically Ross says that gives the opportunity of the polarity of cancer to grow. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You don't have to go with that. But the catalyst that is for the learning is maybe going, just like I did, for a mammogram. It was just a mammogram, and then finding something and sharing it with me. Now, I did not go through the catalyst of why me, but I tried to spiritually bypass it. And then I said, what am I doing? It took me a minute to catch myself. What am I doing? I'm telling other people that they have to feel a feeling and then move through it. Okay, back up, Sandee. That this is a catalyst for learning or discerning. So what's my question? Well, my question isn't why me. It wasn't why me. It was why now. Not a negative question. Could be if I had done that question in anger. If I had settled for this being like the end all be all. Do you see how Ra is saying it? Situations and circumstances, whether they be physical or mental or even a tad bit spiritual, if they're a catalyst for learning and growing, expanding and evolving, it depends on how you take it in, how you process it, how you alchemize it, how you transform it. Back to you, Marcus.
So the concept of past lives and soul contracts are deeply interconnected and together form a framework for understanding the soul's journey, our growth, and evolution across multiple lifetimes.
Inhale, rising your pranam up to the sky. As you exhale, circle sweep your arms out wide as if you're reaching to either side with your fingertips, reaching down to the earth. Inhale up from the earth through your central channel, up through the sun, and then exhale.
This is our main manifestation center, and this is our main projector for the reality and perception that we experience. So through the third eye chakra, this is where we project our simulated reality from within us into the world.
Frequencies of peace and presence in each now moment, even when we stumble. Allowing new versions of us to birth through each present moment.
So that right there was just a little bit about the 1111 workshop that I hosted on Monday. And it was a collaboration of about 4 different wonderful healers and psychics. And we did some yoga. We talked about soul contracts, and we talked about the sacral and the third eye chakras and how they relate to manifestation. Then I also did a little bit of violet flame cleanse. And then we finished with some singing bowl healing. So if anybody out there would like to tap in and watch that in full. I am accepting donations and emailing it out to people that would like to watch it through donation. Also, there's gonna be a lot more future events coming, so I just wanted to fill you guys in and let you know and be aware. And yeah, wow, I'm just, this knowledge from Ra is something about it where I feel like there's no debating within me when I hear these messages. And wow, it never fails, the timing of what's said. And I gotta say, I love the continuous reminders throughout of just reflecting that power back to self, and just those reminders of, the mental power that we have, the mentalism of, our focus, and the way that we're perceiving. And it's truly amazing too how there's like a clear demonstration as well of how guidance works, and how, these guides really do not overstep the free will. And it's so fascinating to hear the answers that Ra gives whenever that is kind of put into place for him to do, or for it to do, if it was to do it. And I don't know, this stuff just fills me up. I'm ready for some more.
It fills me up too. I just this is the perfect read to end book 2. I'm just saying. That's all I got. That's all I can say is I'm just saying, right? Because I can use myself as an example, right? So, and I love that, and the divine through Ra is saying, hey, you're ready to share a little bit, right? So let's keep going. So the questioner has another question. The questioner says, then, as I understand it, you are saying that if the positively polarizing entity fails to accept the other self, or if the negative polarizing entity fails to control the other self, either of these conditions will cause cancer, possibility. Is
that you already are whole, and that you are the I am. And when you remember that, and the more that you embody that, the more that you program that into your being, then And then that recalibration of your emotions and your nervous system, in the sense of, oh, I don't have to get up and surround my day around this work schedule. Or, oh, I don't need to be go, go, go and on my toes for 7 hours in a row while in this building with artificial lights and foods that don't resonate with me and all these other things that I don't really fully want to be in. So that's an adjustment as well, is like recalibrating to grounding into just being home and fully surrounding my day around just freedom, basically. And it's interesting because those are prime spaces for our old patterns to come up, is when we're in these in-between transitions. Because sometimes we feel like maybe we're a little lost of, you know, what we're in routine with due to that change. And that's when I notice, you know, studying myself and others throughout time, is
be the embodying how they can be the best employee, how they can help grow the company that they're working with, because they love the processes of the company and what the company means and what the company is trying to for use of catalyst of cancer. Okay, so this is what Ross said, and this is why the of the one infinite creator, go forth, therefore rejoicing in the power and the peace
And then we're going to bring focus to the breath. And this breath, we're going to begin with breathing in through the mouth. As we breathe in through the mouth, we're expanding our stomach, beginning to expand and activate the warmth within our gut. And then we're also going to be breathing out of the mouth as well, releasing the stomach. So we're going to be breathing in through the mouth, expanding the stomach. Breathing out of the mouth, releasing the stomach. In through the mouth. Out through the mouth. In through the mouth. Out through the mouth. So it's continuing to stay in a fluid, continuous rotation of in through the mouth and out through the mouth. And just find that rhythm with yourself fluidly without stopping in between. And do it at your own pace. Just continue to cycle that breath. Now I want to do some affirmations for us while we continue to do the breathing. You can think of the breath almost like a scoop. It's just scooping up the energy and it's just lifting it up out of your field. And as it scoops, it may intensify, it may be jittery, it may be electrical feeling, but it is scooping it up and scooping it to the surface for you to feel. So you may alchemize. So with every breath, continuing to scoop that energy up and out of our field, staying with the breath through the feelings. And I'm going to go through some affirmations. I am ready to release any mental energies that are causing imbalances and blockages. I am in balance with my mental energies, with wholeness. I am in balance with my mental energies and wholeness. Staying with the breath, continuing to circulate. Now making our way to our emotional body. I am feeling authentically the feelings that I'm feeling is my power. I embrace my power. I listen to the wisdom of my emotions. I am safe to release my emotions. Continuing to circulate the breath. I embrace peace into my emotional field. I embrace groundedness into my emotional field. And I embrace unconditional love in my emotional field. Clearing all pathways for fluid, conscious energy and motion. And then we make our way over to our spiritual self, continuing to breathe. I am releasing any delusions and embodiments of separation. I am embracing my uniqueness as an individual in connection with the all. I am embracing my purpose of my birthright. I am acknowledging the Christ within me, within everybody else around me. I open my channels to my ancestors, my guides, Law of One members, to be present and to serve in their totality as the I am. Circulating the breath. And then bringing in one more final big old deep breath. One last big scoop of any energy that needs to be released. And then breathe it all out through the mouth. And now we shall be balanced, we shall be grounded through our etheric cord of wholeness, through our center. And may we anchor and harmonize the planetary grid of Earth with all of our dimensional layers of heaven in our being and bodily form, and harmony and fluidity. And so it shall be. Ashe. May return back to your body and open your eyes, move your body. Take your time and stay with the breath if you need. Thank you. Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee. Atakia. Te se shola ko untai. Malaku ane hese. Malaku shushuno toko unai here na yem de ko she na. Ye sono ko unai here. Ese shola ko ai. The spirit of the living one true creator knows that you are its offspring. It moves through you, in you, and as you, and it does not judge you. Malikia so sono to I am tai im to she no to I am che. You are a singular manifestation of a cosmic unfolding of the one true creator. Malikia she sholoku o dai im te ishi shuluku untai. Live in your own original agenda. You're the only one that knows what that is. Sit at the seat of me. Because I am you. You are the original idea held by the conscious mind of the infinite. You're aware of it. Just flow through it. Don't be afraid to stand tall, to step out, to be original, to be unique. You ask for every door to be open, but yet you will not walk through it. I'm always listening and leading and fulfilling. But you won't step through. It's okay. I will hold the door open. Yes, so notable idea, and I hear there. You are magnificent expressions of that I am. And I move through you. That's here. Matoko I share not to the Esena. Palekium tissue. Shuruku utai. Maluku ushi shana. Bertante ear. Shenotoko utai ear naki esena. You are my artistry that stands before me in my mirror of me. I seek myself in you. Pateki ese ko ate sena ko ate patekim toshi shenotaka e patekim tochi. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Where you sit, I am. Where you stand, I am. Patekim toshi shenotota im te Sholoko ujanataki popa pakiana yesena. Bashir shonoko ashenatotia yeshinoku. One love. Wholeness. Whew. Wholeness. Oh.
Wholeness and balanced love. Thank you all for tapping in. Thank you for all of you that participated in the comments, especially on the Instagram side. And as always, feel free to leave your feedback, share your knowledge in the comments, either live or on the replay. And you'll see us again next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we'll be taking an episode that will be a little different, as we are going to be in between book 2 and 3. And we have planned to open that space next week for some community, for some of those that have really been following along this journey and want to reflect upon any of these downloads and transmissions of Ra. And if you're interested in that, just reach out to myself or Sandee and just let us know. And we'll see if we resonate and have you on next week, next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So you can come live with us and talk about some of the raw material. And then we will then be navigating into book 3 the following week after. And I'm excited for that. I cannot wait to see what other mysteries and such profound downloads about different dimensions, different aspects of being human, And also one of my favorite things too is the type of characters and archetypes and different people that we get to hear about throughout history and what their soul origin essence was about. Such beautiful stuff. I really love it, man. Can't wait.
Can't wait. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose my mind and I think I like it. Come on, Ra. Come on in there.
I love when you say that.
Right? You know, the divine, the unknown is just only unknown because we, the entity that is us, just hasn't made it known yet. We haven't picked up the call and said, who's there?
Hello?
Hello?
Wait a minute. It's just an echo of me.
Well, while I've got me on the phone, let me ask me some questions. You think it's a kind of a little silly, but that's kind of what it's kind of like. We've been told as a whole community all around the world that we are just body and we're just mind. And then we've been told that we only use less than a fourth of our mind. When we use so much more, we're just not aware of it. We haven't been aware of it. Now that you're becoming aware of it, there's more to just dive into as we free the unknown of our mind. The universe, we find out more and more as not just the raw materials, but Bashar and many other channelers that are coming forth that are taking it from out there and bringing it into us so that we can just deep dive into us. The universe is so massive inside of us. So next Wednesday, we're going to dive into book 1 and book 2. And if you have any questions, if you want to have any conversations about what you've learned or what you've taken in or how it's changed your perception of things that you were that you had someone had told you, had a dogma about, or consistently believing something a certain way, and now you've kind of woken up to, oh, could it possibly be this way? How do I assimilate that? Ask a question. There is no wrong question. There is no dumb question. There is just a question. And then you get to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And most of it, you're asking your higher being a question. And your higher being is giving you the answer, and then you're going to share it with us. No wrong answers either. No wrong thought process. So we're offering that moment next week. Next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have us a little party. It's called a flow state party. I like that. Thank you for joining us. One love. Thank you for allowing me to share a little bit of me. One love.
And thank you, everybody, as well. One love. Have a blessed night.
If you're into wellness but love good food too, don't miss this event. Here's why you'll want to be there. This Saturday, November 16th, join us at the Roots to Wings Art Gallery on Front Street in Dayton, Ohio, for the first ever Divine Alignment Holistic Wellness Space. Hosted by Marcus, aka Christolight, and Heather Thomas, this event is all about exploring the fascinating world of chakras. Learn what chakras are, how they connect to our multidimensional lives, and even discover which foods can help balance them. And that's not all. We've got a beautiful blend of breathwork and meditation lined up, perfectly complementing the educational experience. But wait, there's more. Enjoy a potluck-style dinner where everyone brings a delicious dish to share. It's the perfect way to connect, nourish your body and soul. The event is donation-based, running from 5 to 9 p.m. EST. Have questions? Reach out to Marcus Christolight. Don't miss this chance to realign, rejuvenate, and relish in good company. See you there.